Hello? Okay. Hello! What's up, guys? Oh, I can hear myself. That's no bueno. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? Yes. Happy hump day. Thanks so much for tuning in to another Null stream. Happy to have you guys here. We're doing something a little bit different today from our normal, like, casual Friday streams. We have some cool stuff planned for you. So thanks for stopping by. I'm excited to chat with you guys and hang out. So we're going to let some more folks filter in for a little bit before we get started. What's up, Tomo? Hi, Peaky. Hi, Gizmo. Hi, Rat. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon, Manny. Hi, Kent. What's up, party people? Hi, Chris. It's been a minute. Hope you've been well. Hope you've been Gucci. Uh. It's morning somewhere. Hey, that's true. Hey, Hev. Oh my God, Hev. Hev, it's been like years, man. How are you? Hey, loved your interview. Thanks, Rand. It's pretty cool. They like randomly hit me up and they're like, yo, let's chat. Hi, Pancake. You guys having good weeks so far? Good work, good play, good fun. Any good games you're playing? I know Hellblade just came out recently. Any of you guys been playing that? I know life keeps me so busy with work and managing health things. Ain't that life in general, man? How are you doing, Steph? Hope all is well and going well and all. It is. I can't complain. You're doing good. Doing well, I would say. Well, let's go ahead and start chatting about our plans for today. I've been trying to beat Pokemon Rogue for 3 weeks now. You'll do it. You'll get it. I have faith in you. So today's stream is really focused on Athena Crisis. You guys are not aware. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. You can head over to the Steam page, check it out. It is in early access, so you can play it right now. And if you enjoy the content from today's stream, it currently is on sale, so you can get it for 20% off. And I think I am gonna do a couple code giveaways too. So yeah, that's true too. You could also head to athenacrisis.com and there should be a play button in the top left corner of the screen. If you click it, you can actually play a demo right in the browser for free, which is really cool. But we announced yesterday that we are doing something with speedrun.com. So we're going to go over the announcement, chat about the rules and regulations, talk about the pricing, and then we actually have a speedrunner, a new guest on the stream. I think it's like our first guest who's not a null guy or girl, like a null person, you know? So that's kind of cool. Um, yeah. So let's get into it, shall we? So if you head to, I did add a command because I'm very crafty like that. Speedrun.com has the official Athena Crisis campaign up on their main page, and the links in the chat right now. But if you head over to it, you can check out the rules and regulations and kind of everything that's gonna go down with the contest. It is starting on the 22nd, which is today, and then it ends on June 2nd at 4 p.m. So put it in your calendars. It is a prized challenge. So if you decide to participate, there are some rules and regulations. All runs must have the game audio, and it must be performed on the current patch of the game with no modifications. And there has to be the timer running while you're doing it. And it is the prequel campaign on hard with some secret spicy maps involved too. So there are some people in the Discord who've already taken on the challenge and have posted some videos. So if you want like a place to start and you're interested in participating, I would definitely head to the Athena Crisis Discord, which I also have. Maybe I spelt it wrong. Discord. Hey, there it is. You can head to the Discord now and check out some of the runs that the community has submitted, and I would say that's a really good place to start if you're interested. Also, make sure that you check out all of the contest rules. There are quite a few of them. I'm not gonna go over them, one by one, but, definitely check them out before you participate. And then the pricing's really cool too. So it's $1,000 pricing. First place is 500 bucks. Second place is 300 bucks. And third place is $200 redos. And in this economy, we could all use a few $100, I would say. So I think is a really fun thing to get involved with, especially if you've never done speedrunning before. I feel like this kind of lends to an interesting way to get started because it is a turn-based strategy game. It's kind of a lot more about like memorizing your turns with a little added spice in there. And there are definitely some shortcuts and tips and tricks that the speedrun community has already kind of discovered to really cut down on your time. But I think it's a cool place to start, and why not? I think it's fun and exciting. Um, so yeah, let's actually introduce our guest. Um, he has done Gabe's done quick before. Colton, welcome on. Colton,
Hello.
aka Cave was taken, Cave. A lot of iterations of Cave, I would say, sprinkled in there. But you're Cave on Twitch, right?
On Twitch, I'm Cave Was Taken. I think that's the one
Okay.
that's sitting
Cave was
underneath the
taken.
picture.
Perfect. If you want to check him out, um, underneath his little tag, you can see his at. And yeah, do you want to do a little quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah, so I go by Cave. I primarily speedrun the game Returnal, which is a roguelike that came out a few years ago, then recently got ported over to PC. That's probably my main game, but I do speedrun a few others. I've done GDQ 3 times now, hoping for a fourth after this second submission period. I have something cooking up for that, but hours to beat, and I think on my second day of playing, I got through it. It was just kind of bummed because I liked the game a lot, but just wanted more to do within it. And I did look towards speedrunning, and it ended up hooking me. And since then, I've stuck with it.
Nice. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, I've always been aware of speedrunning. Obviously, there's like a huge community around it, but I don't think I've ever like attempted it or had the desire to. I feel like it's just a little intimidating to get into. Did you feel that way when you started, or did you just kind of dive straight in?
Yeah, and that's the weird thing with speedrunning is really like when I think about my top 5 games ever, like out of all the games I speedrun, none of them are really in that. I think it's almost a different mindset where it just has to be a game you like playing a lot, not necessarily your favorite game ever.
Yeah,
As far as getting into it, every speedrunning community I've ever joined when I go into Discord is always super welcoming and helpful. So I think the intimidation is just when you see it at like a grand scale and not really like person to person, I guess.
that's fair. That's fair. But I do feel like like some games I've watched speedrun, there is just like a whole other, like, skill gap level of, like, what people can do and, like, the ways that they accomplish their speed runs and stuff like that. So, a little casual girl like me, maybe not, but it is still really cool and impressive to watch people do it. So, thanks for coming on the stream. We really appreciate you joining us for this little, fun run, I like to call it, so no pressure. I know you we talked about it before, the stream started, but you literally did your homework last night. You said you were up till 1 a.m. trying trying to
Yep.
get a first feel of it. So, if we wanna go ahead and kinda get your game up on the screen, we can just kinda get started.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I have it opened. Yeah, there we go. All right.
There we go.
So essentially, all I did when learning this was I just went onto the Discord. Which, if you ever want to speedrun a game, I'd absolutely say the first place to check is speedrun.com. Watch other runs on the leaderboards. That's always helpful. And then two is absolutely join the Discord related to the game. Usually, there's like a link either in the game If it's just like a community Discord or if it's a speedrun specific one, it'll be on speedrun.com.
Hmm.
Uh, that's just I'm ripping the run on value I've ripped straight from Mr. Buns, so shout out to him.
Shout
Uh,
out Mr. Buns.
Shout out Mr. Buns. I just watched his run 5 times over and tried to learn it best I can. But yeah, I guess I'll hop into it. Admittedly,
Yeah.
I'm not doing the the run for the challenge. I found out after being up for 3 hours past midnight that that wasn't the run. So we're just gonna do like an intermediate one without the secret levels, and then
Yeah.
we can figure out how to get into the secret levels. Maybe we can try those.
We can steer you in the right direction for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, so chat, if you didn't know, the official challenge requires you do it on hard mode, which has Fog of War from the very beginning. So it's a little bit tougher, especially if you're kind of getting into it for the first time. So yeah, we're gonna fudge it a little bit with this one, but just squint your eyes a little bit and it'll be pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, this one won't count. This is just a look at speedrunning in general, I guess. The one thing I really do like about this is they have a timer built in, which is always really cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's nice to have like live split up so you can see your pace level to level, but it makes it a lot easier when verifying runs when there's just like an in-game timer that says this is how fast you went.
Yeah, the dev was really on board with this from the beginning, so he actually implemented it specifically for this challenge, which is pretty cool.
Sweet. Well, I'll go ahead and get started then in that case. One thing I will mention is there is a strat where you're playing on browser. Browser seems like the fastest way to go. Browser on tablet specifically. But on that, you can actually skip all the animations and text bubbles. So on browser, normally they do their moves, refresh the page, and then you're already on the next move.
Yeah.
I already messed up actually. We'll see if this still works, but you're supposed to actually capture there. Hopefully that's fine. Yeah, we're fine.
Cool.
Just a little time loss. No one ever.
No one
no
ever
one
gets it right the first time, right?
Right, exactly. I'm just getting the jitters out of the way. Also, shout out to any Returnal fans. The name I chose for my profile, it's definitely a little Returnal Easter egg. So if you know, you know.
Oh, Rory will know. He loves that game. Our head of community is a big Returnal fan.
Fantastic game. But yeah, all I'm doing is essentially a lot of the enemies will follow a pretty set path each time. There are some RNG levels, but I'm just working through again what the run I found already had.
This is honestly, this is crazy that you you literally picked it up last night.
It was a long night.
Do you typically have a good memory? Would you consider yourself someone with a good memory?
That was always my issue growing up, is I never really learned. I just memorized.
Okay.
Which isn't. I'm not advocating for that. I think it's a bad way to go about things, but it works in this specific situation.
Exactly. There's some benefits apparently. Right now, we're watching it. That's pretty crazy. I mean, like I've played these maps quite a few times, and there's no way I could bust it out like this.
Yeah, but I'm double clicking this at the end. I'm not doing the refresh. I can't bother to learn. There's also, I think there's a quick command that you can learn to end your turn immediately. Don't know what the hotkey is for that though, but I imagine that's also a good thing to learn. Just making sure I don't misclick anything. But yeah, I think there's a lot, as far as speedrunning goes, a lot of different ideologies of how people play where, if someone makes the tiniest mistake, they immediately want to reset. Or, people that are just playing for fun and just trying to get more PBs. There's a lot of way to go for it. And as far as, when you're grinding out runs, your mindset heading into them. Depending on the game I'm playing, AG changes. Like, so for something like Athena Crisis, I'd probably keep going through runs, even if I messed up, just to get the muscle memory down of it and just to, do a better job remembering what I'm supposed to do at each point.
That's fair.
If it's a game where I'm trying to grind world record out, then like if I see something where I lose time and I know that I have no chance of PB, and then I probably do reset off of mistakes immediately.
Yeah, I think I'm too much of a perfectionist, even in games where, like, I'm doing, like, a stealth run,
Mhm.
and I, like, trigger someone or something, I will literally restart to try and get, like, a perfect stealth run because
No,
it
I
bothers
totally get
me,
that.
you know what I mean? I'm like, "Oh, no."
No, and that's like there's people that play games, there's speedrunners that are like that, where
Yeah.
they need to have the perfect run each time, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think, that's just something interesting within the community.
But it is true, like, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, so I can totally get the, philosophy of just, like, continuing your run and then kind of, like, benchmarking your PBs off that, you know?
Yep, and that's also what's cool about having live split up, where, like I mentioned at the start, like it's great that there's an in-game timer for just knowing your official final time and not having to worry about it too much. But live split's always cool, so you can figure out like exactly what section you're struggling in. And
So is that like a third party app or something?
right, right. So it's what's normally used when people are yeah.
And
Just I'm sorry,
you're
I got
using
logged in
brain
for a
power.
second. I'm trying to make sure I got everything set up right. Yeah, so it's a third party application. It's a timer, and you can like set up your own splits so that for like each segment, like so for Athena
Mhm.
Crisis, for example, when people, whenever they set up a live split, if someone wants to go and do that, maybe they do each individual level, and then after doing each level, you would split it. I think I'm good now. I just
And then, like, compare
locked
your
everything up.
times.
Yeah, so you can see how you're doing like level by level, essentially, and can work your way back and figure out like what specific areas you need to practice more. But I do like this run. It's interesting where, there's some levels where your goal is where you're going to kill everyone on the map, and then there's some where you're taking specific objectives.
Mhm.
Um, as far as the routing goes, I think the routing is going to be really cool. I'm excited to see what people cook up as far as focus on different objectives or how to get the secret levels fast, and then even the abilities. I've kind of glossed over all the abilities that are earned. I don't know what any of them do. I'm sure they're helpful. They will make you go faster.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright. This is the one level where most of them I like know what to do. There's like a pretty set path. This one, the first turn, I know what to do. And then after that, I kind of just like guess. This is like the one that it seems like there is a good amount of RNG, which for those not, you know, acronym, knowledge on, I butchered that. That's just random number, randomly generated I don't know. It's stuff that happens that's not the same each time you
Random
play.
number generator, I think is
Yeah,
the
there you go.
acronym.
I don't
Yeah.
know either. I'm not technologically inclined either. I just click buttons. But this is the one map where it really does show, where stuff does change each time.
Mm,
So the first move is usually fine, and then the second one I just do my best to not lose.
there you go. The one caveat about this map, because we did do a stream with a Second Wind group. They did a really cool kind of like editorial stream of Athena Crisis, and the little carrier on the bottom right has like a bubble over it. So that's like a special unit, and if that gets destroyed, you actually lose the entire campaign, or you lose this map or whatever. So they weren't aware of that, and they were kind of just like flying it around, all nimbly bimbly like, and it got destroyed, and they had to restart the whole round. So
Yeah, I also learned that during practice when I was confused why one of my practice runs ended out of nowhere.
like, wait, what happened? Did I win?
It's probably fine. I think we're good. I don't think I'm gonna. This carrier's not gonna die. Still have a lot of units alive. This is probably okay.
Roy wants to know what's the hardest game to learn from scratch that you've tried to speed run.
Just what I'm working on right now, Frog Monster is an absolute nightmare. It's such a goofy game. It's made by Solo Dev, super sick. But it's basically like Doom, but like with Minecraft graphics. But you
Okay.
play as a frog.
Okay.
Um, with like Dark Soul bosses,
Okay.
and it's just the boss fights are unreal. We found like a handful of skips that are just pretty tough to do. A lot of fun. I want to submit it for the second period of GDQ going on right now because I think it's such a cool game and like a cool run. But
So
yeah,
is it
it's
like a melee battle against the bosses?
so you get guns. Yeah, your frog has weapons, I guess, and you eat bugs. It's like Hollow Knight, where like the bugs are like the charms or whatever, and
Right, right.
it's cute. A lot of fun. This map is cool. I actually this one I do go different than the buns route because with the buns one, I kept losing because this building would spawn enemies on top of it, so I couldn't get onto it to capture it. But this
Mhm.
map's funny because you literally put one unit into this boat carrier and then just go backwards towards this building to capture it, and you do zero fighting and hope that your units survive long enough. So this is the last turn, and hopefully nothing spawns here and moves up in front of me. And if that happens, then we're good and we get past this level.
What? That's a huge skip. I spent like an hour on this map trying to kill all the enemies.
Just the old Trojan horse, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Butch
All right,
Diamond says, "How long have you been playing Athena Crisis?" Well, let me tell you what. It's been less than 24 hours, my
it's
friend.
been. I think my Steam time is like 3 hours. It was
I
a
was saying, this is impressive. I could literally not even. Before I had kids, I feel like I had a really good memory, and then after having babies, my brain just kind of like evaporated. So I don't think I could. I don't think I'm capable, chat.
I'll do my best to not have babies in that case.
I have to uninstall Athena Crisis. I've played more than 3 hours, and I'm not this good.
No, well, to be very transparent, I'm not good at Athena Crisis. I'm good at clicking units on certain blocks. So do not mistake that for being good at Athena Crisis.
Well, let's
If
attribute
we,
it. Buns, Mr. Buns is good at Athena Crisis, right?
yeah, like he's good, because he figured out the route.
Right?
He plays the game, If I tried to, I'm off on RTS games. If I tried to do it without, the guide, I would have been up all night. This one I have lost sometimes. I'm not totally sure how I lose. I must lose like a different objective or something. Okay, we're good. I thought that they were gonna break this. I think we're good.
I think you just have to make sure they don't capture yours before you capture theirs.
Looks like we're good. So again, I'm not doing the refresh strat. I'm not on browser. I'm just playing through Steam. So there's a lot of easy time save if I wanted to go and grind this out, but this is also not the challenge category, so no real reason to. Yeah,
that's true.
the end of that specific campaign, and then we can go and 11:50. That's probably fine.
I think people were doing it with the secret map under 6.
All
Which
right,
is pretty
well,
crazy.
that's
And
unreal.
then now there's 2 extra maps, so there's 10 maps total in the speedrun challenge, which is
That's
pretty
awesome.
crazy. And
That's gonna be
then
really exciting to see.
yeah, and then you guys, chat, Drew. Drew's in our ear. Drew, at what point would he get to the secret map? Did we already pass it?
Oh,
Oh.
okay. What is there up? Do you have to kill the ships, or you like
No,
move?
I think you just sit on the ruin, right?
Oh,
Yeah, and it sits on it, and then it unlocks the map.
I
The
was like right
next
there.
map. I know. I should have said something. I didn't say it.
We could have done it live.
Oh. Well, do you have a save with ruins or no?
No, I can. I mean, it'll take you like another
I mean, it would only take you another like
minutes.
7 minutes. So
Yeah, all these are finished.
dude, what'd you think? That was crazy. We've played this game on stream a few times now, and we've had a few other people play it on stream too, and what a different experience. Most of the time people are like, reading unit tooltips, like, deciding whether the best strat is to cover like all of the bases by killing all the enemies, or to like completely skip and capture that quickly is kind of crazy to see the way that you did it.
Yeah, and I think it also kind of brings up a good point about the speedrunning community, where even where you said where you're, you consider yourself more of a casual gamer, I think there's
Mhm.
still, there's places for people that just want to have fun and, do a run just to see, for personal, you know, seeing how far you can go. But then there's also people that don't do runs at all that are part of these communities that are either doing things like glitch hunting. Like from Eternal, for
Oh,
example, there's this guy Duck that just has never submitted a run, but has found like three of the most important glitches in that run.
that's
And
cool.
then you have people that are just good at routing, where they don't necessarily play, but they like the game a lot, and they think, hey, maybe if you try doing things in this order, like it'll go a lot faster. So I think for this challenge specifically, I think people that are good at routing are going to be the ones that are going to
Yeah,
benefit a lot from it.
for sure.
Play it on hard. I cannot. I don't think I don't
You
think I
could
don't even know what
try.
Fog of War looks like. What does it look
Um,
like on hard?
it's not that bad. It's just I think did you not have Fog of War on one of the maps? I think it just starts earlier.
What does Fog of War look like? Is it just I can't see the blocks?
Yes. So they're like grayed out. Like you see the terrain and everything, you just don't see the units.
Oh, but I can still see like I can
You
still
can
see
see
all
like
the squares on the
trees.
map. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
as long as everything still dies the same, I think maybe it should work.
Is this hard right now?
I think this is on hard. Yeah,
Okay. See the grayed
there's a
out?
lot more
That's
gray. I'm
yeah.
seeing. I'm seeing.
But I
All
mean like
right,
the tiles are the same, so it should technically be
right.
the same um pathing or routing for you. Butch Diamond's egging you on. You won't. Well, he's doing it now, Butch. He's proving you wrong.
And we'll try to get hit the secret levels. I'm a little nervous about Oh, it lived. I don't know what to do anymore. uh, yeah, this is probably fine. This is gonna if this map's going poorly, uh, where'd it go? Oh no!
It's
If
all
snipe
falling apart.
if snipers is going bad, there's no shot I get through. Lift, there's no way. The next
Uh,
one, probably no way.
I don't know if
Yeah,
Fog of
forest
War
event.
is again. It's like different per map, so it's not like the whole map's gonna be completely Fog of War. It's more like this, you know.
So the movement's still fine. It's just the enemy health is a little
Yeah,
worrisome.
and if they do get away, you don't know where they
Right.
go.
I don't know why that dinosaur hit so far. That was crazy.
Oh, he hits hard. He's a big boy.
Uh, I think that's
Fog
it.
War is way harder because you lose your unit's turn if you run into an enemy in Fog War.
Oh, that's horrendous. Yeah.
So,
I
I
will.
mean, technically, I think the pathing should still be the same.
That
But
is
yeah, if you
that.
were to miss path, like if you were to miss route and run into an enemy, you would be stopped and lose your turn.
Yeah, this is already different. we'll see if this works. But maybe. Yeah, like this is backwards, but maybe it's still okay.
What's up, Zach Rabbit? How are you? If I recall correctly, I think Fog Maps, the AI also has fog, so that could change their pathing as well.
Interesting. Oh, that definitely makes it more interesting for the speedrun in general. I think, I mean, you have runs like Mario 64 where like the RNG there is like where coins fall when you hit blocks.
Yeah.
Oh my, like I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I'm still okay if I just capture these two. Oh yeah, I don't know what to do. I have not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think card's gonna happen. If I don't win, that's why I'm not good at Athena Crisis. Unfortunately, the 3 hours I spent last night, I wasn't quite getting good at Athena Crisis, admittedly.
I mean, come on, you gotta give yourself some slack. I don't think anyone expects you to be, like, good at a game that you picked up for 3 hours, but, I mean, okay, so
I
this is
imagine it's because I lost this building is why I didn't win there. I think this unit died too quickly.
oh.
That's gonna be my guess.
It is really interesting to see, like, live the difference that Fog of War makes.
Yeah, I
What
mean, really, the 10% damage also I think was pretty massive. Where I think in some runs you would have, like units would stay alive on those buildings so you can kind of hold them. I think
Right.
that's what we were on there, where that extra 10%, push it over the edge.
Yeah. Syntax wants to know what the first game you ever speedrun was. It was Returnal, right?
Yeah, my as Returnal is like my baby. I did
Like,
the
how
most.
how how much, like, on average would you say do you still play it? Like, is this, like, an everyday game for you?
It was for a while. Most recently, I did and I released a video for it. It was like it's the only video on my channel that like I've really like edited and like made it into more of like a video essay thing. But I
Mhm.
speedran getting the platinum trophy on that game from like a blank profile. And Returnal, if you've played Returnal, is just like notoriously RNG heavy, where there's a lot of collectible grinding, and the collectibles aren't always there. Um, so that was, I mean, I ended up finishing like 3.5 hours. And when you go on the Returnal subreddit,
Wow.
it's people that are like, oh, like it took me like 86 hours, 400 hours, or however. And I'm cheating. Like I have like 600 total hours in Returnal across PlayStation and PC. But like, getting it in one go in 3.5 hours was pretty cool.
Huge, that's huge. That's gotta be I'm sure that's, like, the main, like, reason people speedrun, right? Is, like, that serotonin hit. Like, I don't think anything beats that, you know? Maybe,
Oh,
like
absolutely.
maybe, like, beating, Elden Ring or something like that, like, those really hard games, but, like, to that the sense of accomplishment has to feel so good.
No, I have a somewhere in one of my videos. I think I got to put like a volume warning for when I was running like my main category in that game because I finally broke a specific minute barrier. And yeah, I did a lot of desk slamming and chair throwing. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, absolutely the serotonin. And then I know Matt asked how much RNG I like in a speedrunning game. Like enough to make it different each time, where you have to be reflexive and it's not just, like this, for example, where I kind of just like memorized stuff.
Mhm.
Because I think you can only take that so far. Whereas, having games where you have to like adapt to your circumstance, um, it just makes it more interesting, I think. And, there's a higher ceiling.
For
And then you're
sure.
always chasing for like that perfect run where everything just goes good. I think that's always exciting. Um, yeah,
Yeah, nothing feels better than when, like, it starts lining up for you and you're like, "Oh, shit. It's
exactly.
happening. It's happening."
Yeah,
Okay, well, do you think you could manage doing one more intermediate run so just we could unlock that secret map and just check it out before we, sign off?
absolutely.
Do a
Yeah,
little sign off so that the stream can get a little insider baseball knowledge. You guys, we're giving you the goods right now, you know? While you do that too, I'm gonna actually do a code giveaway. So
ooh.
chat, we're gonna give away some copies of Athena Crisis for you guys right now. We're gonna do a keyword, type AC into the chat, capital A, capital C into the chat if you want to enter to for the chance to win a code. Like this. I'll show you. Yeah, Jack's got it. Abroso's got it. That's how I felt in Hades 2 last night when I finally beat the underworld boss. Yeah. Drew he sent me a message at like 1:30 a.m. He's like, I did it! I beat Kronos! I was like, you did it, man. I'm so proud of you.
No, exactly. That's the joy of it. I think is I did that frog monster game I was talking about. Me and this other runner Jaxler, who shout out Jaxler. He's also in. He got into GDQ during first submission. He'll be doing Chibi Robot and Stuart Little 2. Um,
Whoa.
he's been playing Frog Monster, and he had the first run last night that went deathless, and then also under 1 hour. And he popped off.
Wow.
His pop off was unreal,
That's so cool.
which deservedly so. That run was nuts. He's got nerves of steel.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that's insane. It's not only like GDQ though, like the thing that's crazy to me is like speedrunning is already like a head game kind of, but like to do it in front of a live audience too, like that's crazy. I don't think my nerves, man, I'd be quaking in my boots.
And to me, it's always you just got to do that first trick. Once you get that first trick out of the way, or the first little speed bump, then it's just like playing in your room.
Yeah. You mean you say that, but I mean, so okay, like obviously the 3-hour Returnal is a huge win. Have you ever really experienced like a huge L in speedrunning? Like you
Uh,
really tried or you messed up or something went wrong and you just couldn't get it back and it just felt really not great.
yeah. Hard mode, Athena Crisis, as of 5 minutes ago, would be one.
One for the books, ladies. Not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, there's those ones in the past where before we talk about, you get that perfect RNG and you're so excited. And I mean, Returnal, that happens a lot. And then you just, people are bound to choke. You mess up one thing and suddenly all that time save you had from having everything lined up isn't there anymore. And that's part of speedrunning. You have your wins, you have your losses, but there's always another run. That's why for games that I play, I'll go for the riskier strats whenever I can, because that's my mindset is I can always play again.
Yeah, but it's like so disappointing. Like you see like the people who do like crazy like Blood Soul or Bloodborne or like Dark Souls or Elden Ring runs and like they're going for like no hit runs and they get to like almost the final boss and they take the one hit and they're like gotta restart the 40 hours we've been playing. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah. Whenever I watch that makes me anxious.
oh god, like seriously the worst anxiety ever. There's like nothing compares to watching that. You're just like on the edge of your seat. Like, is it gonna happen? I couldn't. Oh my gosh, I couldn't.
Yeah, I think when I play relatively low stakes compared to stuff like Dark Souls or
Still, it's
the
kind of the
one.
same concept. I feel like it's like the same feeling for sure.
Yeah, and and that is another, like, there's sometimes people that are like, oh, like these are like the good games to speedrun, and like that's you can speedrun whatever you want and have fun with it.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
chat. You do whatever you want. Do
Yeah,
whatever makes you happy. Follow your
as
heart.
long as you have fun with it, like there's no reason to sit and say like like this speedrun's better than this one. Like some runs
Sure.
might be better, like spectator runs, I guess, but there's always something impressive pushing any game to its limits.
For sure. I mean, the cool thing about speedrunning is it really is kind of the high end of the skill gap, right? When someone's figured out the routing. So
Hmm.
from like a layman's, like a average Joe watching, and it's taking you 12 minutes to complete one map, and they're completing the whole campaign in 6 minutes. Like that's such a crazy thing to watch for sure.
Yeah, I get that. Um, and again, that's why if that's something someone ever looks at that and is like, I'm interested in doing that. Um, Usually just watching the video over and over and trying to go step by step at what the person's doing is a good way to learn, or join the Discord and usually the community will have guides set up that will sort of tell you how to do things, or someone willing to just help you out. The speedrun
Yeah.
community I've found has been very like, at least the ones I've been involved in. Sometimes you hear horror stories, but like I think that's like like very very small minority.
Yeah.
But people are willing to help anyone out if they're going to play the same game that someone else is. I
Yeah.
am
I
interested
mean,
to see in categories developed for Athena Crisis, because I mean I'm running on intermediate. Like maybe the speedrun.com leaderboard gets an intermediate leaderboard.
well,
Not for the challenge, but
the cool thing about this game too, I don't know if you had a chance to check out any other parts of it, but there is a full campaign and map editor in this game. So if the community really picks this up and enjoys it, like other people can create their own campaigns and then sponsor runs, which is kind of a cool thing too. Especially with the ability to like maybe put secret stuff in. Like that's always really intriguing because then it's kind of like the race to see who can get that first too.
absolutely. We're gonna see how this one goes. I feel like stuff is not lined up very good.
I believe.
Jeez.
There's a cool community campaign dedicated to Speed 2 already. That's dope. Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing about like letting people create their own maps and stuff. It lends to like whatever way they want to play the game. So if they like want to have more speedrunning content, then why not just make it yourself? So I believe the secret map is on the map after this.
Right. Yeah. And I think I honestly follow the same path that I did for the run. I just have to at some point let me check this. There you go.
I think you already moved those ones, and that's why
That
you
would
can't.
be it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, nothing's close enough. All right. Surely I shouldn't lose here, but just time loss.
Yeah.
All right. As long as we're getting there, that's
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
goal.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
So that's the map I was saying where even on intermediate there is like a fair bit of RNG where things and there's adaptability, which I think is cool. All right, so we'll see here if I can do it.
So it's like the top.
This.
Drew, do you know where it is? Yeah.
All
So
right.
you
Let's see.
do have to survive the ships that are there.
Alrighty. I'm gonna race over it and see if that works. Part of me feels
Okay.
like it probably. I feel like that won't be the case, but maybe.
I guess we'll find out. And then just for like, just for brain's sake, on the map right now, you see how there's like orange and pink buildings, but then all of the gray buildings were actually neutral, so you can capture those too, which is pretty cool.
It's interesting. Seems like a lot of stuff in the middle to
Opportunity. Well, there's like a super tank in the bottom right, so it's neutral, and you could potentially grab that if you wanted to.
All right, let's see if these guys just leave me alone. Because I think I have enough movement to get there if I
just don't know how long you need to sit. I don't know if you need to sit on it for like more than one turn.
Oh no, they're in the way. This can't attack, can it? Oh boy. my intention was I was just gonna waltz over.
Yeah.
Good.
No, I would have done the same.
Well, that's gonna be something fun for the routers to figure
Yeah,
out
there
the
you
best way
go.
to get units over here to actually open that area up. I think that's gonna be really interesting. I don't know if I have the
I would assume you would have to like make a boat that can actually fight, instead of a carrier, and then maybe take them out. Well, chat, at least you know where it is. That little ruin in the top right that are surrounded by boats. And that can you click on the boat underneath the ruin, like to the bottom right of it?
battleship.
Like, tooltip it. Yeah, it's a battleship too. So.
Oh boy.
I don't know if it like attacks you right away if you get close enough. So. Challenge accepted, chat. All right, we're gonna do this giveaway.
To Dark Souls hit list using the Donkey Kong Bongo controller. I think people have done it with like DDR mats, actually, which is unreal.
Yeah, they have. Jack, congratulations! We're gonna whisper you. You won a code. Let's go, Jack. We know Jack's gonna be the speedrunner champion of the world, right? Let's go.
Going for that prize money.
On your birthday? Wait, is it actually your birthday, Jack?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you, it is. Ayo! That's awesome. Well, here's your gift from Null Games. A code for you. It's a Steam code. You can redeem it now. Congrats. All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap it then. Thank you so much, Cave. That was so cool, honestly. Like, it was so fun to No BS, thoroughly impressed that you literally watched a video at 1 in the morning and then was able to bust that out, so, um,
Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry I couldn't get to those secret levels, but at least people
I
know where
won't
to find
fault
them.
you for it. I'll this you'll get a pass this one time, but, one more time, chat, if you wanna go check out the speed run and maybe dabble in it yourself, links in the chat, you can go check it out. It is live now. Um, and yeah, check out Cave Cave Cave. Cave was taken on Twitch or Cave 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 underscore on Twitter. And you post if you ever go live. I'm assuming your like YouTubes are on your socials too.
Maybe. My social media situation is a disaster.
Okay.
I've got 3 different names on each one, so
Well, you can tweet at Cave 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 underscore if you want to check out that 3 hour Returnal banger. Um, and if you're on Games on Quick, we will pay attention and root you on. So thanks again. It was so cool having you on. Appreciate you taking the time.
thanks for having me.
All right, chat. We're gonna do a little sign off here. Don't forget, it is your last chance to get Athena Crisis on sale for 20% off. Usually it's 19.99. You can get for 15.99 now on Steam. If you're looking for the Steam store page, Athena Crisis. There it is. Or you can go to athenacrisis.com to play the demo for free. You can also buy it in browser. The game plays pick up and play on browser, Steam, mobile, Steam Deck. So if you're interested in having a game that you can kind of pick up and play anywhere you are, this is definitely the one to do it. But we really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for hanging. A little short but sweet stream. I think we are gonna do another stream on Friday. That's another just like a chill boy. If you guys are interested, we'll tweet it out and check something out in the indie space. But otherwise, thanks again, guys. GG's all around. Happy Wednesday. Hope you have a really good rest of your week. And we'll see you guys on Friday. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye. Peace.